go follow me on Instagram and get my book if you're a girl. You'll love it.
This fucking
Whoo! It is this is morning. Welcome to Asa Kohi. Asa Ko cup number 2, guys. Not actually cup number 2. For those of you that haven't figured it out, that's what I'm calling the episodes. Cups. Why not? And I don't know if you guys have seen this story. Doesn't that intrigue you? Don't you want to know what's next? I don't know what's next. I figured we'll find something interesting when we're going through this. We'll find something out, guys. There's some research I'd like to find. I haven't decided to look at it yet, look it up yet, but I want to know what the research is behind the patting of a cat's back end. Like, what do they like about that part right behind their tail where you pat? Like, what do they absolutely love about that? I don't understand. I tried it on my wife and she was like, what the are you doing? And I was like, all right. That's the first part of my research. We'll see what happens later with other people. It's a surprisingly hard thing to research, patting people just above their butt. Oh man, Melanie, Morning Cup's a good name too. Morning Cup. Dude, I kind of like that more than Morning Coffee. A lot. I might change it, Melanie. I might. Morning Cup. Cup of coffee? That's nice. And last night, I pushed the midnight oil. Is that the term? Midnight oil? I pushed it, working on chapter 2 of my novel, the audio edition. I'm not actually doing the audio to make the audiobook, although that is what is happening. I'm making it perfect. I'm more getting the audio so I can hear how it sounds when it's read and find errors. It's so nice. It's so worth it. And with this, I'm using 11 Labs, which is an AI audio generator, and they have these really great voices, like some spectacular voices. And I am going to try to make my own voice using their method, which apparently is good. I haven't found out how to do that, where to do that, but apparently you can make your own voice with the plan that I'm on. So that would be cool because, well, not because of anything in general, because I've already given up the fact that I'm not going to do the voices. I had all these voices for the original version of the book, but now that it's being read by AI, I've changed the voices to match what I have available. Sorry, I just got to get to this part of the song. Best part of the song. By the way, this whole song's English. I know you're shocked as I was when I found out. No idea what they're saying. This group is called Creepy Crawl. And they love Korn. If you know Korn, you'll know that that's what they're emulating. I love your name. It's Just Perception. That's a really good name. Sounds like you have a channel or something. Okay, we're just waiting for the end of the song here. It's coming up. It's a little bit longer than I thought. I thought maybe it would have already ended. People watching the there we go. People watching the stream later just clicked off. Most people clicked off because I didn't get to my point, which I don't have. Just having a morning cup, if you know what I mean. Morning koppu. Is it koppu or kappu? That is going to be the mystery for this one. So anyway, yeah. One character I was thinking I would have a southern accent with, because like they came out of Texas. But there was only one southern accented AI, and it was weak. So now she's from England. Totally different, guys. But you kind of want to have the main characters have very different voices. If they're not very different, it's like the tone is completely different from when you're listening to it. To answer your question, the very first question that was asked on the stream, Soft and Wet, am I a metalhead? I have metal tendencies. Just like I'm not a narcissist, but I have narcissistic tendencies, I have metal tendencies. What else? What else? Anything else before we get started here? My daughter has been away. She's in Seattle. It's been nice. It's been nice. It's been very nice. Primarily because I can use my bathroom again. It's been very nice. That sound scared me. I thought maybe the stream had died, but there's a update for Creative Cloud. All right. I did just release a video on Japanese from Zero. Let's see. Let's see how it's doing. It was only about less than an hour ago that I released it. Let's just take a quick check and then just to get my morning dopamine.
We're gonna take a moment. We're gonna look at
No,
the website.
we're not going to be doing that. Let's see here. 92 views, respectable, I guess. No comments though, so that's sad. And that was the entire reason I was up there, to get dopamine. I had to record that video multiple times. The first time I recorded it, the microphone was in my pocket the entire time, so it didn't go well. And there was some good stuff in that, but you just when you play it back, it's just this is all you hear. You hear a little bit of my voice, like, nah, that's morale. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, well, let's get to the news, because I think that's why we're here. Are we here for the news? Today we are. We'll do a little bit of news, and then maybe we'll jump to a Quora. Which one am I doing here? Boom. And we're on Yahoo Japan. Just gonna comment at some of the news. I wish I had like a news roulette. Actually, I was thinking about it. Actually, there was a story that I was thinking about. And I thought, what if I could find this? Oh, you know what it is? Let me see if I can find this Panera Bread story in Japanese. Panera. Panera Pang? Is that the name? Panera Bread is Panera Pang? Let's see what happens when we just look up Panera. Panera Bretto. That's what I was thinking it was going to be. All right. Guess we're not really looking at the news, are we? Let's go to the news. What? Oh, no. No. This is about the shooting at a parade. How do we get that with... How do we get the... Oh, Panera Bread. Wait. Oh, she worked. Okay. He, I guess. I don't even know. Boy or girl. When that picture is hard to tell. Okay, no. All right. Dang, I guess it's not there. So I don't know if you saw it, but there's this charged lemonade at Panera Bread, and it's got like 390 milligrams of caffeine in it. You know, it's a good topic for a coffee show, but a few people have died. You know, granted they had like a heart condition, and they weren't, supposed to have that much caffeine, but that's like 4 Red Bulls, 390 milligrams of caffeine. It's hardcore. And they were encouraging refills on these large drinks. And my daughter actually has drinking a few of them. She likes them. But when we went the other day, they had it behind the counter. Like you had to request it, apparently. But according to this article, they went back to having it just out in the normal area. And now they've labeled it properly a little bit better. But still, 2 people have died for just having just too much caffeine in their system. And I started thinking, my God, is this a problem? Is caffeine a problem for hearts? Because both of these people had heart attacks, and I don't want a heart attack. I don't know enough about it, but maybe that's what we could say the story was. That people were dying for this once wholesome Panera Bread. Now, a little bit of history. I used to go to Panera Bread almost every single day with my laptop, and I would write books there, not novels or anything like that, like I'm writing now. Textbooks. I would just have my laptop and work on textbooks, or I would be writing code for the website. The only reason I stopped going was because I became too friendly with the people there, and it was hard to concentrate. Because I would be there and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, George?" There was this one guy back when Panera used to clean tables. Remember that era? When people would actually clean the tables at Panera? Remember when they would deliver the food to the table? The buzzer system is the most laziest thing I've ever seen. You're gonna make me go pick up my food? You're not gonna drop it off at the table and ask me if I need anything else? And allow me to say, "Can you please actually clean this spoon? It's got gunk all over it from like the last time someone had an onion bistro soup. Can you clean this spoon?" I miss those days. Now I've got to go to the counter, bring my tray back, sit down, and then notice the spoon has gunk on it. Disgusting. Then I got to get up. Yeah, but back in the day, it's funny to say back in the day because it doesn't seem that long ago, but you would order at Panera and then sit down with a number and they'd bring it to your table. Not anymore. Nope. Pretty sad. Another thing is the particular Panera Bread that I'm going to is just falling apart. A few times, like 2-3 times in a row. No diet Pepsi. Let's not even complain that it's not Diet Coke. Oh my God, my wife. Hang on. My wife's. When I started my bath this morning, I took a bath this morning because my daughter's not here. I'm able to use the bath instead of the shower downstairs. My wife's alarm was going off. It's still going off. Now, this is a hint for you guys who have people like this in your family. You can call their phone briefly. One ring. It will stop the alarm. Hang on. Here we go. Let's just do that. It's just, you probably can't hear it. Done. Should be good. I probably didn't wake her. She has this idea that she's going to wake up, but she never wakes up. Ooh, that sounded sad. Never wakes up. Anyway, I was going to Panera Bread and the guys would come around to be cleaning the tables, and I'd go in there so much. I was in there so much. They knew who I was. And it became, the reason I was there was to focus. But now it's like, "Hey, George, how's it going?" Just wiping down one of the trays. And then the guy, no offense, he was a nice guy. Too nice, though. It's like, do you not see the cue of my, yes, no, that's very, And then there was this other guy. This smooth, fast talker, complete scammer guy that was there. Kind of looked like, who's that guy on American Idol? Who's that guy, that English guy? You know who I'm talking about. Can't remember his name. God, I had it just for a second. I saw his name. Can't remember his name. Had that kind of a vibe, but better, a little bit better, but more American, like American vibe, And you'd see him talking to people about making money and whatnot, and he had this system where he would get them a job. These are people that are down and out. They don't have anything. They've got skill, but they don't have a job right now. And he would help them get a job. And I don't know what he would do. I don't know how he would do it. But if he got them a job, the paycheck would then be funneled to him. That would be the contract. And he would get a cut of their paycheck. Wow. I don't know how that scam works. Actually, you can tell immediately how it works, but he just takes a cut of their salary. But can you imagine? And there was another guy that was coming. This is what I'm talking about. Like, too much drama happening at the Panera Bread every morning when I'm just trying to write chapter 3, of Japanese from Zero. And so there was another guy who I can't remember exactly. He had written a TV show, Witcher or something like that. Like some relatively big show, and he sold the rights for some ungodly low level of money, like $25,000, $50,000, something like that. It might not have been Witcher. It was something like, it was either like a werewolf or vampire or, something along those lines. I don't know what it was. Something where there was a creature. And he was doing the next thing, which it's been years. Don't remember. This new thing that he thought was going to be big. And that scammer guy had latched onto it. and was just like, yeah, man, we can get you, if you need the meetings at the studios, we can get those, it's just like, this guy's just he's trying to ride the coattails of this other guy. And this guy, he had a magazine. I got tricked initially. You know how there's like Sports Illustrated and they have the swimsuit edition? He had, I'm not going to say the name, but it was something like, wait, the words were in there, right? Swimsuit and you're like, oh wait, that's your magazine? But it was like just close enough. It would be like, yeah, no, I wrote Japanese for zeros. You wrote Japanese for zeros? I used that when I was learning Japanese. Was that the book? I remember Japanese was in there and zeros in there. And you would think that this guy was really big, but he wasn't. And he was talking to me one day. I mean, this is the problem. I was just talking to this guy way too much. And he was saying how you could, you would, whenever you start a business, you always want to start a nonprofit. And then literally he was telling you how you make money from the nonprofit. And the thing is, there's no laws regulating how much you have to pay to the charity that you're supporting. You could take it all for executive pay to run the charity. It was very scammy, I did meet one really nice guy though at the Panera Bread. He was a homeless guy, like he looked like Santa Claus. He was just like, and he talked like Santa Claus. Well, I'm just having my coffee here. It's excellent coffee. And George, you remember that fire truck you got that one Christmas? Wasn't that a great fire truck? How'd you fucking know about the fire truck? Ha! Lucky guess. He was homeless, and he had a car, and he would come to Panera Bread with his phone, charge up all of his stuff, and use the internet, the free internet. And then he was an ex-bus driver apparently. And then he would take showers at Lake Mead apparently. Like there's like a shower at Lake Mead. Yeah. No, Glacion, you're right. The Panera mac and cheese has got to be really bad for you. I think it's the Virginia white cheddar or something like that. It's so good. It's so good that I buy it and put it in the fridge and just chuck on it, late night sometimes. But I was going to say, Panera Bread used to be much more healthier. Then they put out this charged tea. They also have flatbread pizzas, and by the way, I'm not going to shit on these guys because I love all the new stuff. They have the spicy take chicken sandwich. Excellent. But it used to be at least one of the things in the pick too, let me get a salad, and then do the Asian salad, and then or you'd get the mac and cheese, but you'd get I'll do the chicken avocado. That'll get my health good. And then the bakery for 99 cents, you say? Yes, I'll take that 400 calorie chocolate chip cookie that really should be shared by a family of 8. I'll take it, and would I like to microwave it? You're damn straight I want to microwave it. Who doesn't want the chocolate chips to be melted when you put it in your mouth? It's just amazing. Yes. Oh, for my side? Apple. That does sound... Chips. I'll take the chips, and I'm going to probably toss those into the tomato soup. Damn, that's good. Like, I love Panera Bread. For all the shit I'm talking about, I do love Panera Bread. I also love that, when they ask you for the tip, there's a screen when you put like your loyalty card in and you pay. I don't like paying tips at those type of places, like where number one, they're not even delivering to the table anymore. And I want to stress that. But they have a 50-cent option, which is nice. It's like, you know what? It's something, right? I'll give them something. But I'm not going to the first option be 18% when you're just ordering a sandwich at a place where literally the job description is you make a sandwich. It's like, sir, I don't know if you realize this, but I made the shit out of that sandwich. Did you see the way that I sprinkled the cheddar cheese? Bro, I don't even know if you know, but late night, all night long, I practice that. I've got a bag of, it's like confetti, but because I don't want to waste the cheese, because you've only got one planet, and you know how much work does it take for a cow to make the milk, and then I don't want, so I've got confetti, and sir, all night long, what I do is I just sprinkle that confetti over the bread, and I'm just really good at it. I'll tell you. So if you don't mind, 18%, please, sir. 50%. 50 cents makes more sense. Tips are for wait staff. Exactly, Glaceon. That's who they're for. Panera Bread be high calorie. Glaceon. It's not how you normally speak. Panera Bread be high calorie though. And delivery drivers, yeah. Well, I don't do delivery, dude. Do you guys know this, right? You guys know that if you order delivery like through DoorDash or whatnot, the prices that you're looking at are higher than if you just ordered it. Seriously, I know. Sometimes you can't go get food, and there are people that need to live by delivery because they're just not mobile or something like that. But brah, just get in your car and go get it. Leave your house once a day if you're not, if you're capable. Just leave your house. First of all, I don't like to eat stuff that I bought out in the house. It seems like such a wasted opportunity to enjoy Panera Bread and their dirty tables. It seems like, you could enjoy someone else's mess just before you sit down. It's nice. Also, one thing I love about the Panera Bread near my house, the toilet seat that I promise you the last 20 years has been jiggly, and they have never replaced that toilet. Like, just replace the toilet. That toilet seat is jiggly. Every time I sit down, it's like a Russian roulette. Am I gonna slide when I sit down today? Ah! It's bad every day, guys. Which car? Took me a moment, Melanie, to understand what you meant. You don't have a car. Yes, but you are European. Therefore, you just walk, right? Could you just walk to a place? Aren't your cities built for walking? I don't know. I actually don't know. This coffee's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm enjoying this cup. Walking several miles to the restaurant in the rain sounds fun. Okay, I have another option for you, Melanie. And this one, I'm not trying to look. I'm not really trying to be a dick, but it's so much cheaper to make your own stuff at home. You have like a loaf of bread, some cheese, some ham, some mustard. It is so much cheaper than let's forget the additional delivery charges from DoorDash or whatever it's called. Let's just talk about that. The health side. Actually, another thing that's fun, and my wife has done it. Make your own bread with a bread maker. Now, you have initial expense of the bread maker. Oh my God, made bread is so much better. The way it melts in your mouth is amazing. Glaceon says driving 30 minutes to Panera also sounds fun. You know what I do, Glaceon? I walk to. Melanie. Now that I think about it, the rain is the only problem. But I have walked to my Panera Bread down a very exhausty street where cars just and I'll walk 40 minutes to the Panera Bread just to get my steps in. Oh my God. Are we ever going to get to the news? I think we should. This is weird. I don't know exactly what this Asa Kohi thing is going to be, but we got to get to the news eventually. Some people are here for that. I miss the days where every one of my videos somehow got timestamps. I don't get those anymore. It depends. It's random now, but it's Burnt Rolls. This guy Burnt Rolls does it somehow. I've given him access to everything. He's amazing. But he would put timestamps on there. For people that watch these shows, he probably doesn't watch all of these because this is just junk. These are just junk streams. So it's not worth doing that too. But I'm guessing, yeah, we're 24 minutes in, guys. So we got to get to the news. Yeah, this is where the stamp would be. 24 minutes in. Give me a second. I have lost. All right. I'm gonna click randomly. I did click something. All right, here we go. Oh, this is a follow-up to that story from yesterday. All right. 安倍派の裏金疑惑。新たに橋本聖子。元五輪空? Moto Gorin Sora. I don't know if that's Gorin Sora. I don't know. 4人側が1000万円超, I believe is how we have to read that. を What was that? Dude, I feel like we saw this yesterday. It's not Endu. This is good that we're seeing it again. Jijitsu kankei o kakunin. All right. So there was this story yesterday about suspected bribes for the Abe faction of the LDP, the Japan Liberal Democratic Party. This is new information, apparently. So Abe the Abe faction, the Abe group of the Uragane Giwaku, the Uragane Giwaku, which is bribe, suspicion. Aratani, freshly, newly, Hashimoto Seiko, I believe that's her, right? She's one of the Giins, the senators or whatever that translates to. We'll look. Moto, previous. Godin. Godin is in a way that they talk about the Olympics. The Olympics is Godin, literally the 5 circles. I don't know what this is though. So let me see if I can just alt on this. Godin Soul. Let's see. Wow, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to Google. See what that does.
元五輪将ら
Shora? Really? That doesn't seem right. Godin Show.
五輪賞
Huh. So an Olympic athlete is a Godin Show. Motto Godin Shora 4 人. So 4 ex-Olympic athletes. Gawa on the side. Yeah. Got 1000万超. No, I can't remember what that is. So over 10 million yen. Okay. 1000万. Give me a second. Let's hover over this. Kanryu. Convection. Yeah, that did come up yesterday. Convection. Return current. That's the word they were using for kickback. Kanryu. A kickback. Yeah. Jijitsu kankei o kakunin. Confirmation of the facts related. The related facts. Check the facts.
事実関係を確認
All right. So, 4 people. Now, here's what I'm not sure of. Is it Hashimoto Seiko and some ex-Olympic athletes together equaling 4? Or is it 4 Olympic athletes and Hashimoto Seiko? I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the list down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like, it's 4 people plus her. So let's see what we get for the Google translation here. Suspicion of Abe's slush funds. Oh, slush fund. Uragane's slush fund. Oh, I like that. 4 people including. Okay. Seiko Hashimoto and former Olympic and former. Okay, not athletes. Sho is like the show in Shusho, I believe. Yes, that's the minister. Repatriated more than 10 million yen. Confirm the facts. All right. Moto Godin Sho. So if we just say, so this is, no. That's the head of the Olympics. Here, see? Here he is. Yes, okay. So Yoshitaka Sakurada. All right. Let me handle this nose thing. Nice. Very, very refreshing. Thank you. Welcome to Morning Coffee, where we blow noses, guys. And I don't have a sneeze button, apparently. All right, let me just read this just for a second. Oh, it's gonna be names though. I'm gonna hate that I did this, but here we go. Jiminto, that's the Japan Liberal Democratic Party. The Liberal Democratic Party, I should have said. Seiwa. No. That's not Seiwa. That's it's not Shimizu as well. Let's Seiken means administration. Kenkyukai is a exploratory group. It is Seiwa. Okay, Seiwa Seisaku. Did I miss the Seisaku? I did. I said Seiken. Sorry. Seisaku Kenkyukai. The conservative faction of the Liberal Democratic Party is also officially called, it looks like, the Seiwa Seisaku Kenkyukai, or Abeha. が政治資金パーティー収入還流させていた問題で新たに五輪賞の高橋聖子 she is the Olympic minister, the Olympics, previous Olympics minister, because that's how she's modified here. Is that Sangin Ging? We'll find out. So, government, capital, party income is what I'm translating this as. Political party income.
政治資金パーティー収入
You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like a PAC. Well, we have it in America here, which is exactly how money gets put into a slush fund, isn't it? Kanryu sasete ita. So they, I bet if we select this, it'll be like they kicked back. It was reflexing. God, they were reflexing the money, guys.
還流させてい
You know
た
what I hate is when politicians reflex money. They shouldn't be reflexing anything. Seems like a word I would never use. So additionally, like newly, freshly. Yeah.
新たに
新たに、元五輪賞の高橋聖子。What is this? So 参院議員。So 議員 is like a member of the diet. Member of the assembly. Nailed it right there. Second definition, member of the diet. Member of the parliament. I don't know what signing means. Signing, member of the House of Consulars. Well, that's a hard one to remember, huh? So she's 59, 59, and Hide is proportional? Proportional representation section of an election. I don't know what that means here. I know Hide means proportion, but I don't know what it means here. I guess it's whatever these guys are. No, that's her summed up, I guess. I don't know. We're not even going to try to read these names, but these are all Kanryu o uketa shikin. Okay, so they received reflux, guys. Kanryu o ukeru. Let's see if that actually gives me a better definition. They received. Oh, you know, I keep forgetting to do. See, we can't. Yeah, it's still. He definitely received kickbacks. 資金について政治資金、not 資金、sorry、資本、資金、資金、収支報告書に記載していなかった疑いがあることが分かった。So they did not report this on their political capital report form. Hang on. If it translated exactly like that, I'd be pretty excited. Political funds balance report.
政治資金収支報告書
収支報告書に、is it kisai or kizai? I'm not exactly sure, but to be entered, described.
記載
Kisai. All right. Well, that's horrible, guys. Wow. It's almost as horrible as doing an insurrection on your government. It's so bad. Don't you miss the days when bribery was just a small thing like this? Like, it was the big news, actually? All right. Oh, Diego says, I have discovered the contradictions with verbs and adjectives. It's crazy hard. When umai becomes ume, the AI sound to the e, and atsui, that's not a contraction. I read that as contradictions. The contractions with verbs and adjectives. Not really a contraction either, because it's still ume, umai, right? Atsui, well, achi, but even that's achi, right? Can I please talk about this? It's just a way to be like, that shit be hot, instead of that is very hot. It's kind of like that. Achi, ume. It's just a kudaketa way of talking, like a, what is that in English? Kudaketa. It's like a deteriorated way of talking. That's all it is. It's like saying, I ain't gonna go, instead of I'm not going to go. It's like, I ain't gonna go. If that's how you want to sound. I'm just joking. It's not that bad in Japanese. It's more, I don't know. It kind of is that in a sense. It's kind of, let's say this. I have friends in Japan that would never talk like that. They're very respected people. Then you got people, and I'm not talking about older people either. I got young people that would never just, they don't talk like that. No, achi, I feel like is pretty mainstream. Like achi, achi. It's a reaction. Like, oh, hot. I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna do it. Boeing. Okay. Diego Castillo says, I believe that's Boeing. Dokugo? No, Kingo. Kingo? Where do we see that? Boeing means vowel. And I believe that's Rigo. I can't read that. You think I am? Do you think I can read Japanese or something? I'm going to paste your thing into here and then I'll be able to use a tool. Let's see here. Vowel. Yugo. Agglutination. Good old vowel agglutinations, guys. Gotta watch out for the agglutinations of vowels. Or the uniting of vowels. Blending, combining, fusion, adhesion. Agglutination. Excuse me? I'll take the pick too. But would you mind agglutinating the chips and the French bistro soup? I love it when they're agglutinated. Very nice. Today's topic is Panera Bread. Oh, I wasn't showing my screen. Well, I apologize for that. But yeah, this is what I was looking at, just for the record. Agglutination. There's indeed the word. Yeah, you got me on that. I'm not exactly sure what the official terminology is when they say ume or tsumete. It's just, it's like chisai becomes chichai to give it like more cuteness, you know? There's reasons for things that are done that way. It's just a way of speaking. I don't think you got to think too deep about it. Yeah, suge. Yes. But I don't think that's a combination. It's not a combining. It is a contraction per se, but it's a way to emphasize. Instead of sugoi, it's suge. Oh my god, what? That kind of a thing, guys. Don't tell me I just got something from Panera Bread. What is this? Is this from Panera Bread? It's funny, they don't even tell you where it's from. Hang on, give me a second. Where is this from? Holiday Peppermint Mocha is at the coffee class. I don't know what that is. Or how do you have my number? And almond and oat. And fresh baked sticky toffee Pop-Tarts too. See you today. What? And actually, this is the third thing they've sent me. I don't think I've ever been to a place called the coffee class. Well, I'm going to hit stop. And I'm going to unsubscribe. I'll show you. Liam says, how are the Kindle versions of From Zero? I think remember you saying there was formatting issues or something a while back. It's not formatting issues. It's that I haven't updated them. And I'm not going to update them. Not in their current format. Because they've been... The moment we put those up, they got pirated. Like right away. That's why they're pirated. Because it's just too easy to pirate. So they're very, very old versions. I think book 1 is like revision 5. It's just like the textbook though. Almost. The only reason I know that's how they got pirated is because there's certain differences in the Kindle version that were in a printed version which shouldn't exist. So I was like, oh, that's what they did. They just easily converted it somehow. I say somehow, but like it would take probably 2 seconds to convert that. So every future book after that, after I did that initial burst release like 8 years ago, I think. I don't know how long ago it's been. I stopped putting it on Kindle. Now I will work on a new Kindle version. I started it, but man, it's just like the time in my day, you know, as I get older, it's like, do I care enough to do that? I'm tired. I want to finish my novel. That's what I'm into. The Kindle version, not so important for me. You know, it's there. It's selling a certain amount. You won't be able to see it on the Kindle White. That's one problem with the Kindle version if you want to talk about formatting issues. You used to be able to. I don't know what they changed, but now you can't watch it on the Kindle, read it on the Kindle White. There's absolutely zero reason why you shouldn't be able to see it on the Kindle White, but you can't. And which is weird because you can put PDFs on the Kindle White, and essentially Kindle is just a dumbed down PDF. That's all. It's not even as advanced as a PDF. You should be able to view it there. But if I was going to also pinpoint what I think are formatting issues, it's not a formatting issue in terms of limitation. You can't select words. You can't add things to notes. It's not as good as the physical book, or as if you did the flow. I think it's called the flow version of Kindle, which is text dumped into an editor, and then it flows, and you can change the size of things like the font and whatnot. But now the way it works is it's just a PDF that you can zoom in and whatnot, but you can't select things and you can't make notes and stuff like that. So it's not as powerful, I would say, as a tool. And you can't print it. You can't print it out, even though there's like workbook components in there. It's not really thought out, to be fair. All right, well, how about we go to one Quora or Chiebukuro story? Let's do Chiebukuro. We'll stick with Yahoo today. And also, listen, when I end this, I want to play a little bit of my audiobook that I'm working on. It's not an audiobook. Like I said, it's an actual novel. I happen to be doing the audio version of it, which is so fun. Let's see. Okay, Kaiketsu Zumi. These are things that have already been answered. And I want to go to relationships. How do I get to categories here? Category. Sorry. There we go. Category. And then we want to go to my favorite category, Renai. Guys are completely lost about girls and whatnot. Let's click that. It's just a relatively fun category. Just talking about heads of state and whatnot. Kaiketsuzumi, that's what we got to do right here. Got to go to the ones. Okay, we're just going to click this random top one. Okay, no magic. Nothing up my sleeves here. Actually, it's all magic. Now, let me move your comments over here. All right. Let's open this up. Can we open this up? All right, here we go. Is the music too loud? I feel like it might be too loud. Hang on. It's probably just the right amount, actually. Yeah, we're good. Okay. 自分は高校生で好きな人がいます。一つ下です. Oh, that's nice. I say that's nice because I like the Japanese about that. If you're learning Japanese, that's a good thing to know. It's kind of weird if you don't know it. You're like, it's one below. What does that mean? It means they're 1 year younger. So 自分は高校生で I am a high school student and 好きな人がいます. And there's someone that I like. 一つ下です. We've introduced the topic that I like a person, and then that topic continues, and it just says they're 1 year younger than me. だいぶ前は付き合ってはなかったのですが Ooh, what? Is that a thing? 両思いでした Hang on. I'm not being dramatic. I'm getting a chill right now. I did not know ryo omoi was a thing. There is a thing when you have an unrequited love, or where you're in a group of two people, you're the only one. Like it's unrequited love. You like them, but they don't like you. That's kata omoi. I didn't know you could have both omoi. Kata is single omoi. This is ryo omoi. What? Is that a thing for real? I really am blown away by that word. I cannot believe I got this far in Japanese and have never seen ryomoi ever. Like maybe it's otagai wa suki datta. We both liked each other. That's what I would have said. Otagai suki de ba 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 ba. Okay, ryomoi is a thing. That's crazy. Okay. Daibu mae wa, a long time ago, tsukiatte nakatta no desu ka? Ryomoi deshita. We weren't going out, but we were mutually in love with each other. Aw. Okay. Chuko ichi, what is that? Okay. Oh my god, I don't even need my glasses. What am I doing with these glasses? Glasses are actually making it harder to see. Let me say something. Just related to the glasses for a second, because I have ADHD and I feel like I need to tell you this right now. I inadvertently found a way to not need my glasses anymore. So when you have a monitor on your desk, it's too close, right? And so if you're short-sighted, what do they call it? When your sight's bad when it's close, is that far-sighted or short-sighted? I don't know. The thing where things are blurry when it's close and okay when it's far away, whatever that is, that's what I am. So I need glasses to read things on my phone. But now, so that I can have a camera in this room and I have a smaller desk, I couldn't put monitors here because the camera's position would show the monitor. It would like be filming the monitors. I put these big monitors that I had just sitting around, I put them further back. And inadvertently, I solved my glasses problem because now it's hitting the farther of my focal length, and I can read it. So the glasses are actually just hurting me a little bit. All right. Chuko. I want to say kan nano desu ga. I don't know what that means. Chuko is, I don't know. Chuko is obviously like chugakko and koko. So middle school, right? And or elementary school, right? No, shogakko is elementary. This is junior high and high school. So I don't know. Ikan nano desu ka. I think maybe it must, okay, I'm guessing it means it's a school where junior high and high school is in one school. That's my guess. But I don't know if I'm reading that right. So chuko is middle and high school. Okay, here we go. Ikan. Woohoo. Integration. It's an integrated junior middle high. Okay. So chuko ikan was right. Nano desu ga, 自分は高校を違うところに行きました. But for myself, I went to a different high school. So in Japan, high school is not part of their obligatory education. You don't have to go to high school. In America, the obligatory information, like until you're 18, you have to have been to school. I guess I don't know how exactly the rules work, but you have to go to high school. You can't just be like, unless your parents are super religious and they feel they know better than all the teachers that have spent their entire life learning how to teach, so they teach you at home. The teachers don't know anything, and heaven forbid you learn about gender and how babies are made and how maybe there isn't a God, whatever. Let me not pollute you with actual questioning of things that I've fed you. No, I'm going to teach you at home. I hate when you get political. Can you just read the story, George? You don't need to get political. Well, excuse me. Anyway, where was I? Obligatory education. So in Japan, you don't need to go to high school. In America, we need to go to high school. Or in some states, you can just say, nah, I'm teaching it at home. We're good. And there's no testing, no responsibility, nothing. Just like, nah, they're learning at home. Scush. Okay, so let's remind us where we are. Like the person, they're younger than me by 1 year. We weren't dating previously, but a long time ago, we were mutually in love. I'm in a integrated high school, junior high, middle school, and but I went to a different high school. しかし、相手は来年から、もっと行った自分の高校に行くのでバラバラです。So, however, 相手 is the other person, the person that we're talking about. 来年から from next year, もっと行った自分の高校に行くので he's going to be going to the school that I used to go to. He or she, I actually don't know if it's a boy or girl, to be fair. And the name is ID Hikokai, non-public ID, San is their name. So we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And because that person will be from next year going to the high school that I used to be at, I don't know what that means, will be separated. I don't know if what that, because, or maybe they've already graduated. No, says she's a kokosei now. I don't know. Let's assume it's a girl. I don't know. Maybe it's a boy. I don't know. そうしかし相手は来年からもっといった自分の高校に行く。So it's the high school that I used to go to. They're gonna go, so we're gonna be separated. Let's see what Google says. However, my partner is going to his. They just assumed his old high school next year, so it's different. So yeah, we're separated. Is what bara means.
しかし相手は来年から元いた自分の高校に行くのでバラバラです。
You know what? I paused for a second. When I first saw motoita, I was like, what verb is that? Is it, you know, like I thought it was like a verb. Motoita. But it's motoita. Previously was there. There's that otagai word I was looking for. All right. そして連絡もだいぶ取っていないので気まずい感じです。And also, since we haven't contacted each other for quite some time, kimazui, how do I translate that? It doesn't feel good. Kimazui. Feels awkward, maybe. Let's see if awkward is the right way here. Yes. Why am I always getting the second translation? Unpleasant, embarrassing, uneasy. Uneasy is a good translation for that as well. And also because we haven't contacted each other in a while, it's awkward. Otagai. 学校が、遠く年齢も違うので付き合うとなったら不安です。What? What are you talking about? お互い学校が、違く Is that what we're saying here? Both of our schools being different 年齢も違うので and because our ages are also different 付き合うとなったら if we ended up dating each other I would feel uneasy. Really? 1 year? They're gonna hit him up in the comments on that 1 year. Is that Chigaku though? I said Toku the first time I read it, right? Oh, it is Toku. It is Toku. I don't know what I was thinking. I read Chigaku the second time, but it's Toku. Schools are far away.
お互い学校が違いく年齢も違うので付き合うとなったら不安です。
It is Chigaiku. Chigaiku? Chigaku. Chigaiku? Toku would have made more sense. Hang on, let me look this up. Chigaiku. How do you read that? Chigaku, right? It's Chigaku, not Chigaiku. Google. It's not even a thing. Chigaiku. It's Chigakute. Chigakute. Our schools being different and. I don't know if that's the way people talk now, something I never knew before, or a typo. So, お互い学校が違くて schools being different and 年齢も違うので and our ages are also different, so therefore if we ended up going out I would feel at unease. どう思いますか? What do you guys think? Oh, man. Best answer is going to be, what are you talking about? You're only in school for a certain amount of time. Meet when you can. And don't worry about that. Number one, also, it takes two to tango. That other person, do they not have a decision? They might not even like you anymore. Just because you liked each other in the past doesn't mean you like each other now. She/he might be dating someone else. Find all of that information out first. I don't even know. How are you meeting each other? In what part of this did they say they ever met again? It looks like we used to date. We weren't dating, but we liked each other. We were in the same junior middle high school, or junior/high school, but we had different high schools. But now that person's going to be going to the school that I used to go at, so we're going to be separated. That part doesn't make sense to me, logically. But we also haven't talked for each other. And since our school is different and ages are different, like when did they meet again? Let's see what we say here. Oh, good. Long answer. まず first お互いに両思いだったこと自体とっても素敵ですね. Oh, this is definitely a very, very positive person. First of all, the fact that both of you we're mutually in love, it's just beautiful. It's just amazing. Sticky, wonderful. It's wonderful. Again, I got the second definition. 気まずい感じがするのは当然のことだと思います。Having it feel awkward, I believe that's natural. 学校も違うし、年齢も違うっていう状況は確かに大変ですよね。This is such an answer of like a therapist. Your school is different, your ages are different. These conditions, of course, are very hard. ただ、however, 何事にもチャンスはあると思います。I think in everything there's a chance. Is that 何事? Is that what we're translating that as? Everything. There you go. Second definition as always. 離れてるからこそ、お互いの成長を見ることもできますし、また会った時に新たな発見があるかもしれません。It's the fact that you guys were separated that allows you to see your mutual growth. And when you meet again, there might be new discoveries. この距離を乗り越えて一緒にいることができるのかどうかはあなたたち次第です。Whether you guys can get over this long distance, the both of you, and that if you can be together, that's up to you guys. I'm guessing, wait a minute. Did I miss that they're dating again? Just says that they like the person. And 付き合おうとなったら if we ended up dating, so they're not dating it. I don't know. Not exactly sure. All right. 失敗しても後悔しないように What was that? 誠実に自分の気持ちを伝えることが大事です。Whether you fail or not. 失敗しても even if you fail, sorry. So that you don't have regrets. Oh, jeez. What is seijitsu? Genuine? Is it genuine? There was someone that asked this on a live stream the other day, and I looked it up, and seijitsu or something like that was the word. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was not biased. I'll look it up. Honestly, something like that. Yeah, sincere. 自分の気持ちを伝えることが大切です。It's important that you sincerely relay your feelings. この不安な状況を乗り越えるために、in order to get over this condition of unease, まずは自信を持って。First, have confidence. 前向きに頑張ってみてください。Do your best with a forward-lookingly. 応援していますよ。I'm rooting for you. Aina でした。This was Aina. This girl's trying to be some sort of like influencer 恋愛コンサルタント。To overcome this anxious situation, first of all, be confident and try your best to be positive. I'm rooting for you. It was Aina. Okay. 今声をかけないともう会えなくなるかもしれませんよ。If you don't reach out to them now, you might end up not being able to see them. If you don't talk to me now, I might never see you again. That's not what it was, but they don't know as always, Google doesn't know the pronouns.
今声をかけないともう会えなくなるかもしれませんよ。
That was interesting. Yeah, I think there's nothing more anxious about liking someone because there's this state where before you've had that interaction where you tell them you like them, it's like Schrodinger's cat, you know? Like it could go well and it could not go well, you know? But the moment you break the seal, open up that box, you say, oh, there's a dead cat in there, you know? You ruin, theoretically, you could ruin what beautiful thing you imagined. That's what makes it so frightening to profess your love to somebody, to say that you like them or you want to go out with them. They could reject you. And that's why we hesitate to do anything. We hesitate because in our mind, the possibilities are all there. And just like with Schrodinger's cat, the cat's either dead or either alive in the box. We don't know. Okay. The minute we open it, it could be dead, right? But until we open it, as far as we know, it's alive and we can have that beauty. And I've told this story before, but I did this naturally one night when I was on my newspaper route. I found this envelope with gold lettering and fancy decorations on it, and it was very, very heavy. And in Japan, these type of envelopes are used to give money as a gift for like a wedding or, you know, some event. Money is often traded in Japanese events like that. Like even funerals, I feel like they give money. I don't know. Not exactly sure about that one. But anyway, I found it and I was like, oh my God, it's so heavy. There might be $1,000 in here, I thought. Like Jumayen was probably in there, I thought. Now, this was the beginning of my route that night. I still had like another good 40 minutes of riding my bicycle around. So I didn't open it. I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to open it right now. And for 40 minutes, I was in pure bliss, imagining such a large amount of money at that age. 100,000 yen, you know, $1,000 almost. It's crazy, right? So it was empty, for the record. But I didn't open it because I wanted to keep that dream alive, right? And, you know, there are people that don't finish the end of a book. Like they don't finish reading the end of the book because they don't want the story to end. And I think it's kind of like that. So, you know, but you do have to rip that Band-Aid off, right? You know, you do have to find out if it's there or not, because you only hurt yourself by not doing that. Because what if there's another person right around the corner that does love you and that's so much better, you know? I was dating this girl, Yoko, for 4 years. And I had a real hard time breaking up with her. I don't know if it was like loss aversion or what. And she was cute. Maybe that was it. Like, I'm never going to get another cute girl, you know? And then I met the woman that would become my wife, and she wasn't cute. She's beautiful. There's a difference, you know? But I remember I told her, I was like, I really like you, but I can't break up. Like, it's too hard for me. And I literally let her go to Japan, and I wasn't even going to take her information. I you know, I'd already like literally cheated, right, on my girlfriend with her. And I really liked this new girl, my wife. I already really was a bad guy. But I couldn't break up with my girlfriend just because, even though we fought all the time, couldn't break up with Yoko. You know, I did love Yoko. It's just like we fought all the time. It wasn't enjoyable for me. And by the way, I had cheated so much. Oh my God. As a tour guide, with all these cute girls coming in, yeah, it wasn't good. So it was already over, like, you know, and she was definitely cheating on me. It wasn't a good relationship. Anyway, I didn't know that at the time. And, but for a few months, you know, I just kept thinking about the woman that would become my wife all the time. And then Yoko came and visited me, and she's laying next to me in my bed. She's falling asleep. And I'm laying there going, wow, do I miss Yukari, my wife, right? So I go into the other room with my phone. We didn't have cell phones back then, by the way. My coordinates, I'm like, boop, 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 like a million numbers. Like, boop, 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 boop. I don't know if you know this, but it used to cost money to call overseas. Crazy, right? And I called, and I was like, yeah, so I'm going to break up. And you should come see me again. And I broke up. But it was just so hard because it's the same thing with asking someone out. If you break up with somebody, you close the door of possibility that it could work out. And it's scary. And that's really why we get indecisive, because we somehow imagine the worst scenario taking place and we're in denial, pre-denial that it's going to happen, you know? And I would say, you know, keep that in mind, you know, because you can go, it's really easy to not shoot your load, you know, not take your shot, and then all of a sudden you're 51. I'm 51 now. Luckily, I shot a lot of my shots. I'm trying to think of, I've made mistakes that have prevented me from getting something, but I'm trying to think if there's anything that I should have done that I didn't do. I'm pretty reckless. So I've taken the shot. And I think if you look historically at people that have succeeded, they succeeded because they got over that doubt, that fear that maybe the cat's going to be dead when they open up that box. I think that's the key thing. And also, this is definitely something about me. If someone tells me something's not possible, that's how I'm going to fight. That's what I'm going to fight for, I should say. I'm going to go for the thing that they say can't happen, right? The very first time I started talking about teaching Japanese on the internet was like 1999 or 2000. It was like super early, like way before the internet had commerce on it. And I got a lot of pushback. One of the guys I was teaching Japanese to, we would go to his house. Me and my wife we were going around together to like, there was a guy in a company, super rich guy, and another guy that I thought he was rich at the time. He's probably just normal rich. You know, he had his house, whatever. He was probably like really normal, but as a young guy, I was like, this guy's got a lot of money. These guys were, you know, the one guy at the house, the old man, he was like, when I told him, we're going to teach Japanese online. Who's going to learn Japanese online? He was so like, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. And when I started building the website, I made a questionnaire that people could answer, like, hey, if there was a service that taught Japanese, what would you be willing to pay for a service that did that? This is like, I'm telling you, like 2000, it was like super early on in the internet. And people were like, you know, half the people had said like somewhere like $30. I was like, bro, this is great. But a lot of people sent angry emails. I wish I had them still. Why are you charging money for the internet? It's supposed to be free. It's supposed to be a free exchange of ideas. And I responded one time, I remember, how am I going to pay for clothing and food and rent? Basically was what I answered. But I could have not done it for fear of failure. Maybe they were right, but they weren't. And my whole life for the last 24 or 5 years has been supported by the website and the eventual releasing of all the books. The website was out before the books were completed, you know. So I'm not only speaking from experience from the people that I read about or stories that I've seen or biographies that I've read. I'm talking from personal experience. Shoot your wad. Take the shot. You know, there's a bullseye only a few feet away from you, maybe a couple meters. You can hit it. You just got to throw a bunch of darts. Worst thing that happens is you hit the wall with the dart. It's embarrassing. But in the end, you might do something amazing. You might do something that will change your life forever. Yeah, I'm just reflecting. I bought crypto when it was nothing, when no one cared about it. Completely hit hard on the crypto. That's how I bought my second house. That's how I had the down payment for my second house, was crypto. Corona came, right? It was a very scary time. For the record, very, very scary time when Corona came. You were there, right? But in the very beginning, we didn't know what was going to happen. It was like, we're shutting down. And no one knew. And they started talking about these PPP loans because your companies are going to fail and we want to keep you afloat. It's like, holy shit. And I had a meeting with Justin, the co-owner of one of my companies. And I was like, hey, who and in what order are we going to let people go? We made a plan to scale back the company as it began failing so we could keep it going. During that moment of fear, I did what I had always thought I wanted to do, was the next time the economy fails, I'm going to buy stocks. I dumped every dime I had into stocks at the beginning of Corona. And I don't know if you remember, but stocks tanked hard. I was putting all my salary in, most of my salary. And I was also, I'm not saying do this, by the way. I'm not saying be reckless. You have to do what you feel comfortable with. Every open money that I had, I did that. And I would even take loans out from, it was Robinhood at the time. I had a margin account and I would loan up and then pay it off and loan up and pay it off. And I was buying and buying and buying. And then a couple years in, I got a vibe that it was going to crash. I sold everything, massive profits, and bought this house with way more money than I had from the crypto, by the way. I did so much better in the stock market. Those are all shots I took. Now, it could have ended horribly. I could have like wasted a ton of money. Crypto wasn't barely anything. I think I put like $1,000 into crypto. That bet that paid off. It was just a great bet. I put significantly more into the stock market, but I knew worst case I just hold on to it for a while. But it only took like less than a year and a half or two to where I made a ton of money and I could buy this house, right? And even that turned out to be a good thing. I converted to real estate when the real estate was going up. So that also was a shot that I took, and luck, a lot of luck. But if you're not shooting, you're not going to make that lucky shot into the bullseye. Okay? So, yeah. Didn't mean to get philosophical here after reading some guy or girl talking about someone that they like. But, you know, you start getting all these reflections when you get older, and you just look back and go, you know, how did I do? What did I do? And, you know, as we grow up, we're born, right? And we grow up in a pocket of people. You know, like we grow up and there's all these people that we know in high school, and then even all around the world, there's people in your age group, right? In your era, right? You have an era of people that you grow up with. And when you get older, at my age, you can look at the people that you knew when they had nothing, when you had nothing, when you both were kids, and you see the result of their choices. It's fascinating and sad for me, because I look at friends and I'm like, oh, wow, their choices weren't good. Look where they are. They didn't even try. You know, girlfriends that I had were still good friends on Facebook, but I see where they are. I'm like, oh, they're not completely unsuccessful, but they're not where they wanted to be. And they know what they didn't do. They know what they could have done. And you know what they could have done. They were amazing when they were younger. They had so much potential. And what did they do with it? They held their box of darts on their desk all their life. I'm saving these. One day, I'm going to throw these darts. And they never throw them. Never. Now, I am guilty of survivorship bias. I have survived the dart throwing. But would you rather die trying? Would you rather fail trying than to never have failed? To never have tried, I should say. The failing is going to happen. You're going to fail. No matter what you do, you will fail. If you're doing it right, you're going to fail a few times. But you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you throw darts. Now, my daughter still hasn't made it yet. But man, do I admire her. She doesn't know it. I don't think she believes it. She's filled with doubt. And we fight horribly. To be fair, me and my younger daughter, we are like, I think even oil and water gets along better than me and my daughter. When it's bad, it's bad. But I admire her. I hate her sometimes, and I admire her, and I love her. It's all of those emotions together. She throws so many darts, and it's impressive. And I don't know many people that push like her in face of all of her not making it yet failures. She's not there yet, but I can't see her not making it. I can't. She will find something because she's looking. Think about that. You can't find something if you're not looking. You gotta look. You gotta keep your mind open when opportunity knocks, because it doesn't knock loud. It's, did you hear something right now? Was that opportunity knocking? I'm not sure. Everyone around you? Nah, that wasn't opportunity. That was bullshit, whatever that was. It's in your imagination. I'm gonna get that fixed. What is that? That is opportunity knocking. And you know what? The opportunity that awaits you a year from now, 2 years from now, probably doesn't exist today. Everything that I do to make money now wasn't possible when I graduated high school. It wasn't a thing. There was no internet. There was no live streaming. There wasn't this easy way to publish a book the way that I do. There wasn't this distribution that got your book sent around the world. None of the equipment that I have was possible. Hell, there wasn't even white LEDs, I think. I don't know when those were invented, but they weren't even available. My lights weren't even available. So many things weren't available. And if you're not already throwing darts, you're going to be not ready to throw a dart when that new thing hits, you know? I was throwing darts when I was a tour guide at a wall that didn't have a dartboard. I don't know if you're now. This is the part that I don't understand. Okay, this is the part that I wish I knew. Are you born inherently with the desire to throw darts, so you throw them and therefore you become successful because you happen to hit one, or can you develop it? I don't know. The brutal reality is I've never met anybody that was a complete loser and then I could show them things and then they figured it out and then they did it. I don't know. I know people that were losers in terms of like financial losery. Sorry, shouldn't use those words. My daughter hates when I use words like that. But someone who wasn't doing well, right? Like Chris Pratt was not doing well, but he had drive and he threw darts, right? If you ever look up the Chris Pratt story, you know, he saw some beautiful woman in a bar and he's like, that woman's from Hollywood. And he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm an actor. Put me in a movie. And she did. Like, that's the level that he was through that dart, okay? He had less than $2-3 in his name, apparently. Or $60 he didn't even have, right? Is he born that way? Or can you learn to do that? That's the thing I don't know. So maybe I'm saying this and it's not gonna matter anyway. You might be, yeah, and then never do it because you don't have it in you. I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because I was never trained to have that capability. I was never trained to push hard like that. My father worked at a company. He didn't have his own business. So it's not like I had that as a vision. And I was in Japan. And Japanese people aren't like that. They're pretty reserved. They play the safe route. So what made me think to do those things? I don't know. Probably born that way. Probably something in my head. Maybe that's why my daughter's that way. You know, I said earlier I was throwing darts at a wall that didn't have a dartboard. I was making Japanese lessons for no reason. I had no plan, no one to teach. I was just I was typing up lessons on my dad's computer at age 19, typing. George's Convenient Japanese. The creation was what I enjoyed. Time to tell time. In Japanese, the clock split up. You know, I wrote those. And then I would take the file. I'd actually print a copy. And then I would go to Kinko's and get a bunch of pastel paper. And I would put it on the printer. Late night, 24-hour Kinko's. It was so fun for me to just print 50, 60 copies of my lessons just to see the final lesson. And I would revise it for nobody. It wasn't until 3-4 years later when I was married. I got married very young. And I had the conversation with my wife. We should start a company. And I was so excited. And my wife had already known that I had started company after company already. And I had business cards. I had a little collection of business cards. And she said something to me really, my wife's amazing, by the way. She said, we could start a company, but how about we don't end it with a business card this time? Wow. Wow, did she nail me? I just needed to start something new. I was like, I love throwing darts. Let's just throw darts. For what reason? Why don't you build something with the bullseye that you just got? You know? So yeah, I didn't have a business card for years because of that. Because I didn't feel like I had earned a business card. And then eventually, I had Trigen Communications, Trombley Takenaka International was the company we eventually started. But I can't remember all the names. I had all these business cards of companies I had started because I liked having the business card. That was my bragging point. I am the CEO of Trigen. How you doing? What do you guys do? we're a third generation communications company. What's a communications company? I don't know, but it does sound good. I remember I came up with a name once. And I was so happy with the name. It took me a moment to realize it was a bad name. It was called White Communications. I did not see the fact that sounded very racist, but I was so happy. I made the logo. I was like, yeah, man, White Communications, great. I think it was like the next day, and I was like looking at it, I was like, oh, shit. Can't call it White Communications. If my last name was White, it would be okay, but I can't just call something White Communications. Testosterone says, hi, George. I'm turning 26 in a month, and I can't stop thinking about it. Turning 25 didn't feel so old. Let me say something. Testosterone, I'm 51. Literally double your age. Majority of my quote-unquote empire was developed after the age that you are now. It was from this age now. I had barely anything. Okay? So you're not, it's not too late. And it's a famous example. I don't remember the exact age, but I think the guy that made Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Colonel, I think he was like 75 when he made his first store. That's something like that. Look up his story, but like it might even be something like, no, he was super successful already, and he did, it might be like one of those stories that got like turned into like not a meme, but like an urban legend type thing where it's been over sensationalized. But apparently he was very old when he created his first Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's never too old to do it. My father was doing, until he retired recently, always creating new things as well. So 26th in a month? Brah, you're under 30. Do you know how young that is? That is so young. You don't even know how young that is. I don't even remember being 26. I barely remember. I remember being 22. I had this flashback. I was 22. And then I was 30. It's like, and then I was 40, 42, 43, 51. It just, once you arrive there, you're like, oh yeah, I got a lot behind me. You can reflect and go, wow, I did a lot of things, or you can get to that age and go, I didn't do shit with my life. Is that what you want? There's nothing more depressing than looking at your friends that didn't do anything with their life. And I thank the universe that I didn't do that I did things. Could I have done more? Hell yes. Did I have the energy to do more? Probably not. Like, that's the other thing. I'm not going to romanticize my past because I did what I had the energy to do. Diego Castillo says, when people say you're just like your father or mother, it's because everyone is a reflection of the people you hang around with. Minagara tabeteiru. I think it's more like you're eating while you watch more than you're watching while you eat, but that would be a difference in how I speak, Eli Castro. That's just me. 今日妻に朝ごはんをおごってあげました. You treated your wife to breakfast? 教えてくれてありがとうございます. Thank you for teaching. Did you go somewhere and you treated them? I don't know. Is it treating when it's your wife? Wouldn't it be you just ate together and used each other's money? You just used your combined money to buy things? I don't know. I feel like you can't treat your wife. Is that weird? Is your money separated? Melanie says, further up in the chat log, I'm just looking up. Actually, I'm going to look up a little bit further. Let me go back up. Oh my God, I missed a lot here. Hang on. Diego Castillo earlier said, should I finish learning Japanese? You'll never finish, for the record. Glacian says, shoot your shot, King. Worst she could say is no. Press X to doubt. Don't know what that reference is from. Bert Roll says, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Nice. Glacian says, free internet. Ha, not. Welcome to ads being shoved in your face. Melanie says, I am doing my bachelor's. A certain George told me not to take that shot. Let me give you some more advice, Melanie. And by the way, Melanie, if you really think hard, you're going to probably remember I said this to you. Fuck other people's advice. including the advice I'm giving you now. I say that a lot because advice is bullshit. My advice is bullshit. It only works for me. I'm only going to tell you what works for me. If I told you not to take your bachelor's degree, I still think it's stupid. I still think it's dumb. Doesn't change. I'll never change that opinion. Now, my younger daughter is getting her master's, and I think it's great for her. So it's very conflicting advice for me. You're going to get your bachelor's. Cool. I have no college degree, so I'm not the guy to ask if that's worth it. Are there a lot of jobs waiting for you with a bachelor's degree? Have you done a search for it requires a bachelor's degree? I have no idea, bro. And I did tell you not to do it. I remember. Absolutely. I was like, is that what you want to do? And that is simply because I succeeded without it. Does that mean, like I said, I'm survivorship biased, right? I'm biased because I made it without that. So in my brain, I'm like, you don't need it. How many famous people who are rich didn't graduate or dropped out of college? A lot. I think college sometimes jades people or makes them conform to a way of thinking that actually stops them from throwing the shot. Because if I had known how the industry worked that I'm in, I wouldn't have done it because it looked too hard. I would have discouraged myself and not taken the shot. In a sense, I took shots because I didn't know enough. I was like, I can do this. Whoa, okay. Japanese from Zero was a good name. It worked. Melanie says, era of people equals generation. Did I say era of people? Maybe I did. Diego Castillo says, I feel like you were describing all those people who move out of LA to become Hollywood celebrities. You mean they move out? Oh yeah, to LA. Sorry, I read it differently. They move out to LA to become Hollywood. Hey, at least they're trying, man. Mass respect. And the thing is, out of the thousands that did it, maybe one or two per 1,000 made it, right? Melanie says, you sound like Mel Gibson in Braveheart. Never watched that movie? And dying in your beds. Would you be willing to get one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell the English they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Did I read that, how he said it? I seem to remember, I didn't watch the movie, but like a shot of him on a horse with a painted face in the movie preview. Diego Castillo says, keep kissing many frogs until you find your prince. Glaceon, life advice from Zero. And then we get down to the I'm 26 comment. Eli Castro says, no, she's the one with the money. Ah, okay. So you did treat her. She has money. I don't know though, man. Theoretically, I'm the one that makes all the money in my family, but it's me and my wife's money. Except for her money, which is not my money. She's got money that I don't have access to. So I guess it's not completely split. Glacian says, college doesn't always work. In my case, it worked for me. It helped me get my current job. Well, it didn't work for my youngest daughter. She's not doing anything with her degree. I'm glad she got it, though. I'm super proud of her for getting it. Like, it was a struggle for her, but she got it. She has that. She's not going to use it. She doesn't want to use it. She's not of that style of person. So, went deep today, huh? All right. Well, it's 10:47. Probably should do the mix and then get out of here, huh? Oh, and the song ended perfectly. So let's go ahead and go to the mix. Let's see here. Oops. I went to the wrong. Oh, the silence is deafening, isn't it? All right, let's get ready to do this thing, guys. Gotta get a fog machine in here. It's not the same. Oops. Oh, hang on. I missed the button and the whole song got ruined. Here we go.
Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39. Doing dead particle in the first usage of the mark location where the action takes place.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, Bo. But you know what? Take the time to get to know yourself. But understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, you know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you.
What is
I'm not gonna
Tapalo?
lie.
What is Tapalo? What is Tapalo? I'm saying medical.
Try to get
I'm
along.
saying medical.
Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39. Doing dead particle in the first usage of the mark location where the action takes place.
Dear Lord, I just pray over everyone who came on this live today who is anointed and divinely appointed to be here. And I pray blessings over their day and just a feeling of peace. Exactly.
Learning a language is dirty. It'll never be clean. You'll always feel like you didn't do enough or you made too many mistakes. But in the end, you have to remember, language is a tool to communicate and not an art to master.
Trying to avoid mistakes is like trying to avoid putting spice on your food. You have to make mistakes. Be a mistake factory.
Auction. 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 Auction.
That shit. That shit.
I already made this video once, but I was crying too much and I felt like it was reductive.
I'm doing it again. Shit. That shit. I am so disgusted and ashamed. Let me make this clear. I would never betray you guys like that. I would rather go broke than suck corporate dick. That shit. That shit. I would rather go broke than suck corporate dick. That shit. We are all suffering under this capitalistic hellscape.
Japanese ZZ39. Japanese ZZ39. Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
心の準備をしないと。心の準備をしないと。心の準備をしないと。
Japanese ZZ39. Japanese ZZ39.
心の準備をしないと。心の準備をしないと。
Buckle up. Buckle up. We're doing toe particle in the most simple uses, using like and when listing nouns.
Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah. I feel you, Bo. Straight up, if I know I like you, I'm gonna text you right at the moment when I decided I liked you. I'm gonna be like, I like you, but if you don't like me, it's okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Do she miss me? Do she miss me? Do she miss me? They definitely flirting. They definitely flirting. They definitely flirting. She might not like you. She might not like you.
What's up, girl? What's up, girl? What's up, girl? I don't like it. I don't like it. You are so stupid. phone. You can stay behind the phone and typing something like this thing. I don't like it. Get out. Get out. Just get out from this life. What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. What is Tagalog?
Trying to avoid mistakes is like trying to avoid putting spice on your food. You have to make mistakes. Be a mistake factory. No. Let me set the record straight. Japanese is not easy. It is a lot of work. But if you learn some patterns and you learn some tricks, it can be made
Fuck that
easier.
shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. We are all suffering under this capitalistic hellscape.
Buckle up. Japanese Easy 39.
Yeah, most therapeutic is that second one, where I smash all the buttons as fast as I can. A lot of fun. All right, guys, thanks for coming to Morning Coffee Asa Kohi, or maybe we're gonna change it to Morning Cup because that's such a good name. Morning Cup e yokoso. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Yeah.